Hi everyone at Grazia, thank you so much for joining me for this Instagram TV. I am honoured to be here. I'm going to showcase my facial massage routine that you guys can recreate at home using your own products from your own bathroom. I am going to start with the facial oil. I am cleansed and I am hydrated with a hyaluronic acid shot, and I'm ready to go with my facial massage. I am using today the Decleor Neroli oil. I adore the Decleor oils. I think they give it enough slip, so make sure that your chosen product has enough slip to work around the face evenly without pulling or tugging. An oil is ideal, but you can also do this process during your cleanse, during your nighttime cream and your facial oil, but no serums and no toners, and also day creams are a little bit too thin for that as well. So great consistency is a facial oil. I am going to take 1.5 pipette just so I know that I've got enough. And you're going to activate it between your hands. Oh, I can smell it coming through already. It smells unbelievable. It makes me want to go to sleep straight away. So massage between your hands. You're going to activate all those beautiful essential oils and also activate the scents around the room as well. Makes you feel very calm and very still. So now we're just going to evenly disperse it around the face so that we know that we've got the oil everywhere. You're not going to pull and tug at the face like we say. And you want to make sure the entire face and neck have the product on. Okay. Any leftover product, backs of your hands. Don't waste it. You can always come back and add a little bit more. Here we go. Make sure you're sitting comfortably. Your hair's off your face. You have no makeup on. And you can do this for as long or as short as you like. You can really speed up the process. You can bring it down so you're doing less of the movements that we're going to do today. And you can just tailor it to yourself and your own needs. So we're going to start on the neck, activating the lymphatic drainage. So start behind the ear here, and you're going to work down the neck into the collarbone. So you're going to work down, lovely, quite a deep pressure, but not too much because all your nodes are here, 4 times. And then you're going to go the other side, 4 times here. And you're going to go back 4 times. And back down again 4 times, taking your hand off each move. Okay, now make sure you've got product on the backs of your fingers. We're going to roll our turkey necks. So here, you're going to make my voice good, man. You're going to pull the chin forwards from the voice box forwards. You're going to do that 30 times. Here we go. Done. Now we're going to sculpt the jawline. Fingers in a V. And you're going to start here, so your finger knuckle of your index finger on the bottom, your middle finger on top, really digging into that chin. And you're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now you're pressing quite hard, so my jaw is sitting in that lovely V there quite securely on both sides. So you're going to drag it up, and you really want to press quite deeply, especially in this big masseter muscle here. So you're going to sculpt and release tension. So we're going to be here 20 times. Done. And then the other side. Lovely. Next, we're going to go to the cheeks. So we're going to use this pad of your thumb here. You're going to work with your thumbs underneath your cheeks, and you're going to glide them out. So the best way I can show you is sit your thumb pads underneath that cheekbone and the really padded muscle of the cheek. You're going to start as close to the side of the nose as you can, and you're going to glide outwards and really sculpt that cheek. Take your hand off and come back down again. You're going to be here 20 times. we are applying a really lovely pressure here as well, because don't forget, you do want to feel the blood circulation, you do want to feel the lift afterwards. Don't be afraid to apply pressure. Lovely. Now, you're going to place your thumbs underneath your jaw, and that's to help balance. And you're going to use these two fingers underneath the eye, and we're going to roll out to the edge and stretch. So I'm resting my hands so I'm comfortable and I'm secure. And we're going to go in and we're going to be here 10 times. This is just going to help to really awaken the eyes, draw out any fine lines as well, and just stimulate some blood circulation and lymphatic drainage from around the eye area. Puffy eyes, really awaken dark eyes as well. Okay, lovely. Now you're going to put your thumbs underneath your cheekbone. So find the lock between the masseter muscle, which you can see here, and the base of the cheekbone, which is where my thumbs are pressing up. Now we're not putting too much pressure on here. This is purely, again, just to balance. But you can give yourself a lovely gentle lift by just putting the thumbs in and giving them a gentle lift upwards. Again, using the first two fingers, we're going to lift the brow. So starting at the front of the brow, press inwards and really feel that stretch out to the edge. Take off and start again. So we're going to be here 10 times. You can go as fast or as slow as you like here, because there are some pressure points inside the brow which feel really good to press and release. Or if you're in a hurry, you might just want to do it quite fast just to really awaken and lift the eyes as well. Okay, and now while we're here, we're going to do the forehead. So keep your hands rested on that bone, but we're now taking them a little bit further out. So we was sitting here, you now want to sit here, but also what we're doing here is, rather than pressing in and lifting, we're just gently resting our thumbs here to support our hands for the forehead. So you're going to have 4 fingers and we're going to work from side to side. That way you're just helping to work against the muscle fibers in the forehead that go up and down. And we're going to awaken the forehead and also try and erase them lines, stimulate circulation and give your skin a little bit of a plump push. So here we go. So we're going to roll and the fingers are going to follow each other. We're going to be here 20 times. You're going to work up and down the forehead to make sure that you're really stimulating. You'll feel like a slight heat. That is the friction. We want that because that's bringing the blood circulation. You can work over one side a bit more if you wish as well. Now I can't get my little fingers on here because I feel like it changes the shape of my hand. So I'm just using my first 3 fingers, and that way I'm kind of like, you can see I'm bending them in a little bit and I'm really digging my fingertips into the forehead to really stimulate that blood circulation. So now I'm coming over to this side and I'm just ironing out any lines, stimulating any blood circulation. You can go over the temple, over the eyebrow bone, into the center of the brows. You want to work side to side and just to help iron out any lines you've got in there. And you want to come back out and work the other side. So you ideally want to work about 20 times each side, but you can feel free to work a little bit deeper, a little bit faster, and in tinier movements as well, rather than all the way across. You can just mix it up, and that way it just really works to stimulate the forehead. Probably the muscle that we forget most. All that pressure and stress that everyone's going through. And then just slide down. Now from here we're going to drain, so any stimulation that we need, so any lymphatic drainage, any blood circulation, any excess fluid in the face, we just want to help drain. So we're going to take our hands back up from the center of the forehead. You want to just gently pull, so almost imagine that you're pulling the fluid down out of the face, underneath the ears and down the neck. You want to do that another 2 or 3 times. It feels very calming as well, especially after the facial massage that you've just done. And we're just drawing out any fluids that we don't want in the face and draining down into the collarbone. And we're going to go again. Now you can repeat that process as many times as you like. Everything feels alive, everything feels awake, and you can do it with tools if you wish. You want to add in a jade roller or a scraper, please do that after you've used your hands. Only tools you really need are your hands, as long as you know how to use them. So pressure, facial massage, you want to perform that for a good 5-10 minutes every day. And now obviously the bonus is no makeup days. Dream, that's my favourite. I walk around with a facial oil on all day. Perhaps I put a facial mask on sometimes as well. I put a mask on while I'm cooking the dinner, a mask on while I'm in the shower. I think the skincare world is your oyster currently right now, guys. So enjoy it, make the most of it, be positive, and remember to distance yourself, even though we want a hug so bad. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please, if you have any questions as well, send them over to these guys at Grazia. And it was an honor to be here. Thank you so much. Have a great day.